YouTube was at Mr. Boys there back when another bang in this video. Shakur Stevenson says, I like Lamont Roach in the rematch versus Tank Davis. Let's get it. In the same interview, right, that Shakur was asked about Devin Haney, he was asked about Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, and he says, I like Lamont in the rematch. I sparred with Lamont. I knew he was a good fighter, and he helped me get ready for Oscar Valdez. He says, I knew from his style and Tank's style what he was going to be able to bring to the table, right? Um, he also said, they asked him if Tank was disturbed, was distracted, if he was different, of Lamont, less distracted, a less attentive version of Tank, and he was pretty much like, nah, he was the same Tank. I don't believe that. I don't got no thoughts in my brain that makes me think he wasn't the same person that he's been in all of his other fights. He says, I think he was the same person, right? He said, all this stuff he's going through stuff, everybody goes through stuff. He's the same fighter, so he's going to be the same fighter he's been throughout his career. And, bro, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I feel like all these people talking about Tank wasn't the same. I feel like they low key Tank apologists. And I understand defending your favorite fighter, but let's be real. Get that man Lamont Roach his credit. He beat Tank up. They trying to find any excuse in the world. First of all, it was Tank had grease in his eyes. Second of all, it was Tank wasn't focused. No, give Lamont Roach his credit. Lamont Roach was more focused than Tank, and he was more disciplined and ready to fight than Tank. Don't take credit away from Lamont by making excuses for Tank. Hell no, we not in the sport of that. Y'all making excuses for Tank, but y'all going out of y'all way to ignore facts that Ryan Garcia cheated Devin. We not about to do this. We not about to play both sides of the. We not about to be so biased that we start making shit up. Tank Davis was focused. He just couldn't fuck with Lamont. Lamont was better. Lamont looked like he had a better training camp. Looked like he rehydrated better, right? Looked like he was healthier. And we seen Tank fight a guy who wasn't on a rehydration clause for the first time in a little while. He fought somebody who wasn't on the rehydration. So, and we saw the difference. Dude was able to take his punches. Dude was able to hurt Tank. Dude had Tank on the back foot, but he wasn't chasing him. See, that's the thing with Tank. You gotta put Tank on the back foot. You can't let him walk you down, right? You can't start running because then you giving him the ultimate advantage. You gotta either stay on the line or make him back up. And you gotta understand, if you fighting with Tank, you're going to get hit. So you gotta make sure you can take the hit. That's step number two, right? Lamont Roach made Tank go backwards. He took Tank power. And step number three, you gotta hurt him. And he hurt Tank. So Lamont Roach pretty much summed it up how to beat Tank. Make him go backwards, be able to take his punches, and be able to hurt him. He did all of those things very well. From round one, he set the tempo. He was like, I'm not going backwards, Tank. You're gonna have to go back. Right? And that's the dominant position. If you can make your opponent go backwards, you're in a dominant position. But most people that make Tank go backwards usually chase him, get overzealous, and get knocked out. Lamont Roach didn't get overzealous. He was composed. He made Tank go backwards, but he still wanted to be a counterpuncher, right? He made Tank go backwards and he made Tank go first. And when Tank went first, Lamont Roach will respond. Either he would eat it or he would counter and hurt Tank. And Tank looked very vulnerable. He made Tank take a knee. He had Tank ready to bite him, throwing shoulders, throwing low blows. He had Tank looking crazy out there, bro. He had Tank looking completely ridiculous, and all these people making excuses, talking about, oh, Tank was not the same. He wasn't focused. The grease was in his eyes. The grease was in his eyes. I'm like, bro, here y'all go with that bullshit. But when Ryan beat Devin, no excuses, no excuses, no excuses, no excuses. I'm like, what we talking about? You feel me? But then when we got full facts that Ryan Garcia cheated Devin, people still choose to ignore that. But when they got facts that Tank Davis hairstylist didn't put no grease in his hair, y'all still running with the narrative that she put grease in the man's hair. So y'all just a bunch of fanboy man fans. I think y'all got physical attraction to Tank. Y'all dudes truly disgust me. It's kind of weird the affection y'all got for this dude, man. Y'all dudes is creeps. Y'all don't even like the sport of boxing. Y'all want y'all favorite fighter to fight nobodies, knock him out, and walk around calling himself the best in the world. Boxing has never been like that, and it shouldn't be like that. And what professional sport can the best not fight the best, yet still call themselves the best, right? If the Eagles don't beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they can't call themselves the best. Who did Tank beat in the Super Bowl to call himself the best? Who is Tank Super Bowl? Right? He hasn't fought Shakur. Shakur is Tank Davis' Super Bowl. Devin Haney at one point was his Super Bowl. Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko That's all his playoff games and Super. He had, Tank Davis only fought one playoff game, and that was versus Ryan Garcia. He ain't fight Devin in the playoffs. He ain't fought Loma in the playoffs. He ain't fought Tio in the playoffs, and he ain't fought Shakur in the Super Bowl. So how can this dude call himself the best if he didn't fight? If he ain't play in his Super Bowl. He ain't even get through the playoffs yet. You feel me? He beat the first seed, and I mean he beat the last seed in the playoffs, and y'all walking around talking about he the best. Like if we compare boxing to any sport, y'all will realize how ridiculous the fans are. Only in boxing will the best not fight the best and still call themselves the best. This was never a thing. And it pisses me off because they call Tank one of the four kings. The original four kings fought each other with no excuses. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Roberto Duran 3 times. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Tommy Hearns 2 times, and he fought Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler fought all these guys. They all fought each other. Tommy, Roberto, they all fought each other. That was the real four kings. Now they walk around talking about four kings, but all these they got a lot of these dudes ducking. You feel me? So it's disgusting. Um, Tank Davis, he was not um unfocused. Stop making excuses. Lamont Roach was the better man that night. Real talk. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the post notification bell. Till next time.